What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my 12th weekly Q&A. Let's get the show started. I will start the timer as soon as the first question comes in. Or if no questions come in within 5 minutes, I'm going to just cancel it. Alright, so first responder, Wyatt Shatrand. Go figure. Hello, JoJo Superfan, what's up? Nightboy Ryan. Max Park, Jeremiah. So yeah, that guide and prologue was a little nice, interesting thing to make. No. No. If you just simply, like, grate me, then that doesn't really count as a question. Like, and it also depends on, like, sometimes people will end a sentence in a question mark, but I won't regard it, like, as an actual Q&A question. So, yeah. What's up, Wolf Gaming? Okay, so right now it is 7:02 p.m. in my time zone. I'm in the Pacific. I'm in Pacific Standard Time, so like the West Coast of the United States. So yeah, all of my Q&As are based on that time format. All right, so you got some questions coming in. Let's start the timer. All right, 1 hour. Why is my YouTube name in all caps? I don't know. Like, I made this 7 years ago, and I was only 16 at the time. So I was very young and, like, hyper and stuff, so it's probably why I put it in all caps, because I felt the need to. Yeah, if I created my channel today, I probably wouldn't have done all caps. Probably just the T, the G, and the S would be capital. Or it would be actually Shankster94. Alright, when I get 6,400 subs, when will I get 6,400? At the current rate, I don't think it'll happen in a week. In a month, probably. So Nightboy Ryan, you must be like near the East Coast then. If Mia and Zoe had a fight on the pier, who would have won? I don't know, man. Mia can be pretty feisty. I never seen Zoe like fight though, so who knows? Do I think internet trolling will ever die out? Nope, because people just have... There's just too many people out there who have sad lives who need to troll other people in order to get a rise in their own life. So, yeah. I don't think it will ever die out. M79 or MGL grenade launcher? It's a good question. I probably would prefer the MGL, to be honest. I like how it's like a sort of a revolver-style grenade launcher, you know? Would I date a 6'5" girl if she was okay with it? Yeah. I'm not shallow in almost any way, so if a girl is taller than me, that would be alright. But tall chicks don't like short guys for some reason. Sell my channel to you for $5 or have 50 random subscribers die painful deaths. Assume you can't be one of the 50. Well, of course you can't. Dude, you get so morbid sometimes, but you didn't say which channel. I'll sell you my Shankster94 channel for $5. What is the longest I've ever slept? Probably 12 hours. Played Outbreak File 2. Good for you, Wolf Gaming. How was it? Thoughts on you epically shutting down? You didn't. You just escalated the situation. Like, one of you could have just stopped, but whatever. I didn't, not taking either side. What do I think of slut-shaming? Rather not get involved. Would I enjoy fondling Shevas? Sure. Who wouldn't? The most common question I get during a live stream is probably what's my favorite game or what's my favorite weapon. Something like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I like it when people try to forcefully change my opinion on something? 1. People should not try to change my opinion. How hurt would I be if a girl I hooked up with giggled when I took my pants off? It means she finds it cute. What are you talking about? Do I buy into any conspiracy theories? Real world ones. Area 51. Will I live stream a blind first-time playthrough of Resident Evil 8 when it comes out? Yeah, that's what I did with Resident Evil 7. When Resident Evil 2 Remake comes out, I might do a blind playthrough. Blind live stream. Would I prefer one-shot explosive rounds or triple explosive shot? What? Oh, I see. I like the bearing, like, where it goes everywhere like that, so probably the triple explosive shot. Play Gaiden 100 times on my channel, or Orc and Umbrella Corps on my channel 25 times each. I can handle playing Gaiden 100 times. It's a very short game, and I don't hate it as much as those two games combined, so yeah, I can do Gaiden 100 times in a short amount of time, I might add. Have I ever heard of the Rothschild conspiracy? No. Sig 556 or Bear Commander? Yeah, they are pretty similar. I would go with the Sig 556. Do I promote love and acceptance? Yes. Do I sleep with my closet door open or closed? It's closed all the times unless I use it, so close. Have I finally seen Vendetta? No, I'm not going to see it until it comes out on DVD, and I don't even know how long it will take for me to get it. Do I read any creepypasta? No, but I've heard of plenty of creepypasta. Slender Man, like Jeff the Killer, The Rake, Gene the Killer, and all of that. How long do you think we'll be in the double digits for a number of Q&As? Until 99? What else? Thoughts on Trump being the only playable character in Resident Evil 8? Yeah, screw that game. Thoughts on a massively online death matches being added in the next main line? Well, that'd be a punch to the stomach, Capcom. Why do you like to ask questions that you know are going to aggravate me, Wyatt? How about there's a question for you. For Beretta M93R, would I like to call burst handgun or triple shot? Burst handgun. Triple shot didn't come out until 6, and I don't really like the name of that gun. Occupations I wanted to be when I was a kid. The typical ones: chef, firefighter, policeman. Never thought I'd be into film and production. Yeah, I know about the smile dog. I don't need to Google it. About what time do I usually get up? Also, am I a morning person or not? I'm not much of a morning person. On average, I get up between 10 and noon if I don't set any alarms. So, Uh... Hey, Jimmy DeFord McCabe, you did not miss much. We're only been in this for 8 minutes. But anyway, am I going to be playing Resident Evil Outbreak? It's part of the Resident Evil franchise, so why wouldn't I play it? I'll let you be the judge of that. Have I ever heard of George Soros? No. Have I ever heard or visited the popular fact-checking website Snopes? Nope. Have I ever been to a water theme park? Yes! Like, at least 5 different ones. I have one literally 200 yards away from me. I live down the street from one in my hometown. Have I played Happy Wheels before? Yes, I have. Google image search for the Jag Commando Tri-Dagger and tell me how cool I think it's on a scale of 1 to 10. And how cool would that be on a Resident Evil game? Okay, well, because of this, I'm going to get behind, but I'll do it for your sake. What is that? Jag Commando Tri-Dagger. Ah! Yeah, that'd be quite an interesting weapon to put in a Resident Evil game, that's for sure. Okay. Do I believe in aliens? Considering the billions and billions of galaxies containing each billions and billions of stars, it's almost impossible not to think that there has to be some sort of other life out there. But then there's this whole theory like that, it's like something law or something that that apparently prohibits that possibility. What male celebrity do I wish was my brother? Never thought about that. Shit. That's a weird one, man. Male celebrity who I wish was my brother. Probably Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man now. Alright. Which bullpup firearm is my favorite in Revelation 1? The P90 or Steyr AUG? I would definitely go with the AUG, that's for sure. Tekken 4 is actually one of the better ones in the series, so good on you. Favorite emoji? It's it's actually my spirit emoji. It's one eye closed, the other eye wide, and it's sticking the tongue out. So, if I had a girlfriend, in what order would I prioritize the following things? Work, my channel, family, and my girlfriend. I can order them from most to least. So the most prioritized would probably be my family. Second would be my girlfriend. Third would be my YouTube channel. And finally, work. So yeah, I mean, I've already said before, YouTube is not my #1 priority. That's for sure. At least not always. I would like it to be, but would I be much better off financially if I lived in my place rent-free? Who wouldn't? But I'm not, like, struggling financially either, so it's not like I need that. Thoughts on people who don't use the word whom when they should? I don't care. Whom is starting to get a little old-fashioned. That's like Shakespearean. Who was my first subscriber? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question. I know there's probably a way I could find out, like actually going through my subscribers, but I don't know who was the very first one to ever subscribe, that's for sure. Jesus X11 was definitely one of the earliest ones. I mean, I've been featuring him in my videos since 2011, so Eaten by a Nadisu or eaten by the Popokarimu? Okay. Well, I'm not sure if the Nadisu is going to eat me. I think he'll just tear me apart. So, I think I'll go with the Nadisu. MP5 or G36? I'll go with the MP5. When did I start playing Resident Evil? When I was 6 years old, back in 2000. It was the very first one. Yeah, revenue is crap now. You got that right. Shit. It's kind of discouraging, to be honest. Did I like PS2 as much as PS1? Yeah. It's like, they're like pretty equal. Watch Resident Evil themed porn for 24 hours straight, or fully play Orc on my channel. Well, I'm gonna be playing fully Orc on my channel, so... But... But what are you saying? If I do the other, I can't do the other? If that's the case, we're gonna inevitably be doing Orcs, so I guess that. On my Resident Evil Guide and Weapons review, I said I had a cat. Yeah. And I still do. She's not really mine anymore. She's one of my other family members. We bought her together though, so yeah. But at the time, she was getting behind my entertainment center, and I was afraid she was going to short something out, so I had to get in there. Do I think my first subscriber is still subscribed to me? Possibly not. Because when I got my very first subscriber, I'm pretty sure I only had around 7 videos and maybe total accumulated view count of just 50 around there. So, yeah, I don't know. They probably thought I wouldn't go anywhere further. Kevin or David, Resident Evil Outbreak? Kevin. Give both Orc and Umbrella Corps 1 genuine compliment each. Vector in Orc has some pretty nice perks. Umbrella Corps. It's probably going to have a shit ton of melee moves, so if I ever do get around to playing it, that'd probably be a great game. Alright, so if I turn into an attractive girl for a week, what would I do differently? I would go on OkCupid and see how many guys actually look at my profile. Have I seen the new movie King Kong Skull Island? No. Recent hobby movies? No. John Wick? No. Out of all the weapons in the Resident Evil franchise, what's my favorite weapon? The PRL 412 in Resident Evil 4. Are you a good person? You're not a bad person, but you're not perfect. Am I open to playing other zombie games on my channel? Ha, Chris, you're funny. I think you know the answer to that. Mark or Jim, Resident Evil Outbreak? Out of those two, Mark. Jim is my least favorite character in Outbreak and Outbreak File 2. Have I ever sound from the original Xbox? I've never played the... I never owned the original Xbox. I've played it. What would foreplay between me and Ada look like? What would foreplay between me and Ada look like? I don't know. My God. Even though she's my favorite character, I highly doubt we're compatible, man. Be married to Ada, but only be able to have sex with her once a year. Be married to Ariana Grande and be able to have sex with her once a month. Well, Ariana Grande is a real person, so I'd rather go with that, actually. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Do I like Gordon Ramsay in his tweets? I don't pay attention to his tweets, but I do like Gordon Ramsay. He's hilarious. What is this? Do I respect war veterans? Yes. Have I got 100% completion for the modern Resident Evil games? Technically, no. I mean, 4, probably, yeah. I've gotten 100% completion, but 5, when it comes to technicality, no. 100% of 5 would be to complete every single chapter with an S rank in every single difficulty mode. So, no, I've never beaten 500%, and I've definitely never beaten 600%. Hardly even played the DLC. Okay, favorite file in a Resident Evil game? I actually got an answer for that. In Resident Evil 1, it's like this. It's apparently the second file you're supposed to get. It's the Keeper's Diary. I just love the way it ends. Fever gone but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy itchy Scott game. Ugly face so killed him. Tasty. 4 itchy tasty. Alright. Leech zombie. Oh, now I'm finally starting to lose you guys. I was keeping up for a while. Alright. What is the hardest Resident Evil game for me? For me, personally, it's probably the remake or Darkside Chronicles. Will I be going over item placement in my Resident Evil 4 playthrough? Some are very easy to miss. I don't know about that, because see, once we get into those modern games, like I keep saying, I'm probably going to drop the full in these titles, because, yeah, the item placement in 4 is not like 3. 3, it swaps, like, 2 items in 2 different areas, but they never, like, well, 4 items are completely randomized, like, especially when you break boxes and stuff like that. So, I don't think item placement is not the same as 3 and 4. So, there's no point to do a video on it. Alright, Leech Zombie versus a Regenerator. I think the Regenerator is going to win. George or NPC characters Resident Evil Outbreak? George can be handy from time to time. NPC characters, they're just the regular characters, but sometimes with extra perks. So, you're saying NPC characters as a whole, I'd rather go with that, probably. Did I play James Bond games on the PS1? Yes, I did. I have Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and Racing on the PlayStation 1. Red 9 or Blacktail? Red 9, all the way. James Marcus's final Leech form versus Marguerite Baker's final form. Ha! I think the James Marcus is just gonna crush her. Favorite character in Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries? That would be Barry Burton. It's very, very close between Barry Burton and Chris Heavy Metal, because those are the 2 characters I'm, like, the best with. Final G-Virus monster from Degeneration versus Jack Baker's final form. Well, Jack Baker's just this slimy thing, basically, with eyes on its back, and he's really, really slow, while G-Monster is still pretty fast and can just slash its way through everything. It'll just cut him up, so, yeah. Resident Evil 6 is so bad, I can't even laugh at it being bad. Okay. Favorite fair food? Ugh. I don't. Do I like root beer? Yes. Favorite brand of root beer happens to be Barks. Do I like documentaries? Some. It depends on what it's on. Favorite piece of clothing that I own? It's this shirt that has eagles on it. Have I... Have the Resident Evil related posts that you've tagged me in Facebook be annoying or redundant? In other words, do I see them already before? No, you are directing me to them, and I do appreciate that. I'm not gonna like them or react to them, really. I'll just check them out and be like, huh, alright. And then move on. They're not annoying. And they're also not redundant. Iron Man versus Wesker's final Resident Evil 5 form. Well, Iron Man could just blast him from a distance, so okay. Wesker's final Resident Evil 5 form versus Birkin's final Resident Evil 2 form. I think Wesker is going to win in that case. Yeah, I heard of... I did a newscast on George Romero. So, I definitely know about that. Who is the hardest boss in Resident Evil? In my opinion, it's the final boss in Darkside Chronicles. Who would win in a fight, Chris or Leon? I mean, they're pretty equal match, dude. Leon being more about kicks and Chris being about punches and all, you know? I think it would be a draw. Did I enjoy 007 Racing? Not too much, really. Since it's just like its own game, you know? Sheva with standard costume versus Sheva with tribal. Well, tribal Sheva has a lot less, I don't know, fabric weight, so I think tribal is going to win on that one. Chris Redfield did not do steroids. We all know that. It's just a fun joke to say due to the fact that between Code Veronica and 5, he, like, increased his size, like, doubled. But a drunk me with a sword versus Nemesis. I think Nemesis is going to win that one. 10 Bandersnatches versus 1 Regenerator. 2 Lickers, 2 Hunters. Well, they already killed the Bandersnatches. Resident Evil game with the worst technical performance, such as glitches, slowdown, etc. I don't recall any game ever slowing down as long as you're not online. But glitch-wise, 4 and 5 both have a good amount. Okay. What are the advantages and disadvantages of Chris's Gatling gun in Resident Evil 5? The advantages, just 2 shots from it, and then anything else will pretty much kill it at that point. Disadvantages, I mean, you can't rotate very fast with it. Your running speed is twice as slow when you have it equipped. And yeah, newbies can get a kick out of spam firing it, but I actually hate that. Alright. How do you do Chris's front finisher? One way to do it is to stun a Gatling gun Majini in the face or the stomach. Another way is to do a 3-hit combo against either a regular Majini or a big man Majini. Or, no, a big man Majini actually does the backhand. For a regular Majini, you gotta do the 3-hit combo. Look up the Works achievement in Resident Evil 5. Would I ever clickbait? No. What is my favorite boss in the Resident Evil franchise? Nemesis. Do I have a favorite sword design from anime? No. Resident Evil games with the worst weapons. Orc. Gaiden. Survivor. Basically the bad games in general. Oh, the one game. Well, Orc, in my opinion. The worst box art. Gaiden. It's just Leon standing with a hand on a hip. Most worst enemy name. Lipotitsa. Best enemy name. Scarmiglione. Most frustrating death for me in Resident Evil 7. Freaking Mia impaling me with a chainsaw. What was my favorite concert I've ever been to? That's a sad thing, because I've never been to a concert. Would I praise the anime variety and design in Resident Evil 7 or bash it? The variety, I would bash it. There's not a lot of variety. The design, however, is alright. Egg Ashley. I do. What's my favorite Resident Evil game? 2. Most frustrating boss in the Resident Evil games. The last one in Darkside Chronicles. 2 Bella Sisters, 3 Ganados with pitchforks, 1 Hunter versus Dr. Salvador, 5 Monks with Morning Stars, and 1 Crimson Head. Good freaking lord. Like, cool it with the copy and paste. Freaking... The former. Have I ever been a blackout drunk? No. Ashley with ray gun and infinite ammo versus Ricardo Irving's final form. If she's controlled by a live player, then she's going to win. Me with the red 9 and 25 rounds, nothing else versus an Adesu. The red 9 and 25 rounds isn't going to cut it. Can the 2-3 spiders in the very beginning of Resident Evil 4, just after the farmhouse, where the guys throw dynamite at you just before the old house, actually hurt you? I don't think so. Will I be killing all of the crows, cows, and chickens in my 4 playthrough? No. It's not necessary to complete the game. Leon versus Umbrella clone of Leon. Assume they are equally well equipped. The original Leon's gonna win. Umbrella can suck it. Have I ever died to El Gigante's rock rolling attack, where it throws a huge boulder at you and it rolls onto you? I may have actually. Leon versus have I ever died to oh my god. Do I want... See, you need to separate your questions, Wyatt, because I'm starting to repeat them. Have I ever died... Do I want fixed camera angles in the upcoming remake or another perspective? Maybe even multiple. I prefer the fixed camera angles, but I think it would be better for the general public if it was an option. If it was optional. And the 3 established perspectives. Either first person, third person over the shoulder, or third person fixed camera angle. Alright. Which characters do I wish in Revelations 3? Leon needs to be in Revelations 3. At least Leon. Ganado versus Magini. Who would win? Ganado or more relentless than Magini, that's for sure. So I think the Ganados are going to win. Salt or pepper? Salt. Any foods that I hate? Freaking deviled eggs. It's the first one I can think of. Ha! Data, hot blonde, hot brunette, hot redhead, or hot girl with black hair? If I actually had a choice? Brunette. Do I own a can of mace? No. Who do I play on Resident Evil Outbreak? Kevin. What is the second DLC in Resident Evil 5? Desperate Escape. If I were able to relive a day in my life, what would it be? The day my first dog died, maybe. What do I think sucks ass? Internet trolls. Anything I hate leaving behind the house besides my phone. My wallet. Do I own a gaming chair? I kind of do, actually. And it has speakers on it. Imagine Resident Evil 2, the 1998 one with 4K graphics. That'd be cool. Do I think there will be another installment after Vendetta? Why not? These CGI movies are pretty nice. Or after Resident Evil 7. Also, why not? It's a strong series. Date a beautiful Asian girl or a beautiful black girl. Asian. Not racist, but I'd rather go with the Asian. What's the difference between poisonous and venomous? Not sure if there is a difference. Worst birthday I've ever had. Out of the 23 I've had now, it's too many to remember, really. I don't recall ever having a bad birthday. Huh. Am I going to play all the characters from Resident Evil Outbreak? In some way, yes, I will. Worst gift I've ever been given. Clothes. After I complete the whole Resident Evil franchise, what will I do next? I will return to simple elements to review in the franchise, starting with deaths. I think I've made up my mind on that one. That's what I have in mind right now, anyway. Who knows what's going to actually happen by the time I get to the end of these full plays. I mean, I could do top 10s for all I know, and I could do some other element that I come up with in the time that it's going to take. So, I'd almost rather not speculate what I'm going to do after these full plays are done. Rather just simply focus on them, you know? Okay. Thoughts on new tech that allows me to play a simulated Resident Evil game in my head as if it's in real life. I am awaiting the day that happens, and that would be so freaking awesome. I would pay an arm and a leg to experience that. Will I ever do character reviews in the future? In the unpredictable future, maybe. It's yet another element. Could I picture myself doing reviews of all the Resident Evil movies? CGI, live action, that's fun stuff. I'm not too sure about that. I've thought about it, and it would be really difficult to, like, record the movies, being all copyright and all, so. Favorite character in Tekken? Paul Phoenix. If I had to evacuate my house... Hey. I'm caught up with you guys. Sweet. If I had to evacuate my house before self-destruct, what 3 things would I take with me? My wallet, my phone, and my laptop. That's it. Oh, who's the hardest character to play with in Resident Evil 4? Leon? What's that all about, Jeremiah? Resident Evil DS has multiplayer. Really now? Is it still supported? Probably not. A lot of other people have been waiting for a good motion control system. Do I like AC/DC? Yeah, I do, actually, a lot. Become a wolf or a tiger? A wolf. Suddenly know how to speak Spanish or Chinese? Well, considering the area I live in, Spanish is a lot more, like, abundant. So, yeah, I think Spanish would be the better language to learn first. As much as I like Asians, it wouldn't be as convenient for me in real life. Have I had to evacuate my house due to those fires all over California? Not my current place, but I one time had to evacuate my parents' house way back in 2010. It was literally right after the orientation of my junior year of high school. Let's see here. Be too cold or be too hot? I'd rather be too cold. Resident Evil yeah, Wolf Gaming. I know that more than you do. Just imagine a Resident Evil game in VR with full body motion controls. That's basically kind of what I'm waiting for. Do I like Kiss? Yes. Name almost any 70s or 80s rock band, man. I'll say yeah. Am I more of a headphone user? Only when it comes to chat. When it comes to actually listening to the game, I prefer it just coming straight out of the TV. When I get Vord by Nyx in Outbreak File 2 and it get killed before it kills you, do the Vord player die or survive? I haven't experienced that battle enough to really be able to give you an accurate answer. If my house burnt down and it would take one Resident Evil, which one would it be? Well, let's see. It doesn't have to be any on the PS1 or 2 since I have emulators for those now. So it would have to be for the 360, more or less. Out of all of the physical hard copies I have, the one I would take with me, if I had to take one, would... See, almost all the Resident Evils I have these days are in a digital form, so it's really hard to answer that question. The only ones that I don't have digital-wise are both Chronicles, both Chronicles, and Mercenaries 3D. So honestly, I could do without those. Fine, I'll grab Chronicles if I really had to grab one. Screw Orc. Alright. Do I know how to speak other languages? I know a little bit of Spanish. Just a little, though. I'm starting to lose it. It's been a long time. Do I think Resident Evil 2 Remake will ever come out? Yeah. It's been announced that it was in the E3 list. We'll see. Favorite gaming myth? I don't really know any, to be honest. Favorite Kiss song and Motley Crue song? Favorite Kiss song is I Was Made for Loving You. Motley Crue is Girls, Girls, Girls. Can white people say the N-word? Not around black people, apparently. Resident Evil DS multiplayer has Wesker, Richard Forrest, and other. What do I do when I'm not doing videos? I'm watching Netflix. I'm playing maybe Tekken 7. I'm working. That's about it. Do I like Scarface? Yeah. In fact, I'm addicted to the end credits music. Would I like a Resident Evil game with actual good dismemberment? As gory as that is, maybe. Other places I'd like to visit outside of the U.S. Would love to visit. I would actually like to go to China. Have I played either of the two Resident Evil Archives games on the Wii that were reported versions of the GameCube remakes of Resident Evil and Resident Evil Zero? Yes, in fact, those were the first times I've ever played those two games, were the Archives version on the Wii. Am I a conservative a conservative or a liberal? Ugh. I know I've heard this question before, and I'm not even sure. Oops. See, I don't get into politics, so this is why I don't even really know what this means. Liberals believe in government action to achieve equal opportunity and equality for all. Conservatives believe in personal responsibility, limited government. Okay, if I really had to choose between the two, especially with the current government, I'm a conservative. That's for sure. Executioner Majini or Ironhead? Executioner. Dang, Jamie. Resident Evil 7 was one of the first games where I didn't have to use a walkthrough. Thoughts on gun control? I feel like everyone has the right to own a gun, but the limitations on it, I understand. Owning an assault rifle might be a little much. A pistol? No. DC or Marvel? Marvel. Executioner versus Lucas. We never see Lucas actually fight. He just lays traps. That's what he's good at. I don't know, though. The Executioner might... I don't know. Lucas could probably find a way to beat him. He's pretty smart. You suck at backtracking. I hate backtracking. Big Cheese versus Dr. Salvador. Dr. Salvador could just saw him right in half. If a zombie bursted through the door behind me during a live stream, what would I do? I would get out of my chair real quick, push it into it, and try to avoid it. That'd be something, though. What if one of you live streamers were viewing this live stream on your phone and then you bust through that door? But if only you knew where I lived, which you don't. Some people who have seen my streams actually do know where I live, though, so it is a little nerve-wracking. Best Resident Evil 4 enemy name? Novistador. Luke Skywalker versus Nemesis. Luke. Worst Resident Evil 4 enemy name? JJ. Favorite Metallica song? It's really close. But okay, it's Fade to Black. It's Fade to Black. Scarface versus Scarface. The World Is Yours is a video game. I know that. I actually own it. Holy moly, you're late. Political key? Yeah, you are. We only have 13 minutes left. My reaction if I saw you peering through my window. I'd invite you in. How would I react if I was drafted in World War III? I'd probably go into a coma before I went through that. Which is worse, Survivor or 6? Survivor. Turn into a Revenant or Born a G-Monster? I think I'd rather turn into a Revenant. In my opinion, which creature has a faster healing factor, the Joavo or the Rascalpangi? Faster healing factor, I would go with the Joavo. Do I believe World War III will happen? I actually do. There's a lot of signs. And check out the sun shining through my window right now. I have pizza over here, people, so when I lean over like this, that's what's happening. I'm just trying to be respectful and not eat in front of you. Like on screen. Marry Lisa Trevor or marry Ashley? Shit. Well, Ashley still has her sanity, at least. Can't do much with Lisa Trevor. Yes, Wolf Gaming. I am aware of that. The Game Boy Color version of Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 1.5, Resident Evil 3.5, an N64 version of Resident Evil 0, and something else maybe. But yeah, that's just naming a few. Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 4? Right now, definitely Resident Evil 4. Possibly, Jamie. Would it interest me to know that you've been... No. I don't care about your life. Am I more of an energy drink consumer or a caffeine drink? Oh, caffeine. Caffeine drink. I don't do energy drinks. Favorite brand of microwave? I don't know any brands off the top, but the one I have right now, Hamilton Beach. JJ versus 15 Zealots. Who would win? Well, what are those Zealots equipped with? You need to be specific. But I still think JJ would still win because he has a distance advantage. How old was I when I started Resident Evil? 6 years old. Is it weird that you got an ad on this live stream? No, because I set him up that way. Resident Evil on slots at a casino. Huh. Do I drink coffee in the morning? Nope. Would I ever do drugs? Depends on the drug. Psychedelic? For a thrill, maybe, but not for addiction purposes. Four least favorite weapons in Resident Evil 3. Why 4? Mine thrower? Knife? Gatling gun? And probably the grenade launcher with acid rounds. JJ's versus another JJ. Well, one of them's gonna win. Zealots with shields. Okay, there you go. I still think JJ is gonna win though because of the whole distance thing. Have I ever played Red Dead Redemption? No. 2 favorite underrated Resident Evil characters. Keith and Quint. 3 favorite weapons in Resident Evil 4. PRL 412, hand cannon, and never thought of a third one, but probably the infinite rocket launcher. Silent Hill? No. Zealot with Scythe versus Militant with Morningstar. Scythe. Don't understand why in Resident Evil 3 you would need a Gatling gun when you have the infinite launcher. Very true. Do I think Resident Evil 7 is in any way related to Resident Evil lore? It's a main series title. I damn well hope it is. I want it to be. Marry Angela from Degeneration or sex with Sheva 10 times. I'll take Sheva. Alright, 6 minutes left. Do I have any bad habits? Yeah, being very passive about a lot of things. Leon with hand cannon versus Chris with infinite lightning hawk. The hand cannon's gonna win. Dallas Martinez. Ha! Yeah, only 5.5 minutes left for you. 7 Nightfire. Yeah, I own it. What about it? Hardest I've ever laughed, either in real life or movie. I can't remember the time. The hardest I've laughed recently is through a newscast error that I've since kept and always look back on. Plastic or metal silverware? Metal. What do I think of Resident Evil 5? Alright. 5 was the first one where people started disbelieving the potential of the franchise. But I enjoyed the hell out of that game, specifically in the Mercenaries and the Mercenaries Reunion. So, I like it a lot. PlayStation or Xbox? Well, I grew up with the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2, and when I got into the world of online gameplay, I switched to the Xbox and then the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So I'm very equal on the matter. I'd rather not say which one I'd take. I think the reason Resident Evil 7 is the main title is because eventually it will be in the 2 stories together. Possibly. Favorite Bond game? It is Everything or Nothing. No! It's GoldenEye on the N64. What am I saying? I always forget about that one for some reason, it's the best one. What was the last thing I cried about? I'd rather not say. Would I rather kill Sheva or Ashley, and with what weapon? I'd rather kill Ashley, and I'll take a scythe to her head. A scythe to her head. Who is more annoying, Steve or Jim? Jim. I don't find Steve that annoying. Like everyone else for some damnable reason. Do I think the world peace would ever happen? I don't know. See, there will always be one person who doesn't believe in everything else, so no. Thoughts on Vendetta? Haven't seen it. Would my workplace fire you if I did an unauthorized broadcast where I aired myself monologuing? Probably. Should Wesker come back? No, he's dead. Tomorrow Never Dies or The World Is Not Enough. I think The World Is Not Enough is a better game, to be honest. Resident Evil 5. Thoughts on Resident Evil 8, including never-before-seen extra scenario content featuring Luis playing through a section of Resident Evil 4 was revealed that he was revived. That would actually be kind of interesting. Have I ever read Resident Evil books? No. Favorite and least favorite thing in the universe? Favorite thing? Living. Least favorite thing? Not knowing what's out there. Yeah, Wesker's Beyond It. Thank you. Alright, 1 minute, 40 seconds. Thoughts on the James Bond film Octopussy? It's one of the... See, they're all good, in my opinion. Some are better than others, but Octopussy is in my top 10. Favorite Bond movie? There you go. It is GoldenEye, 1995. Do I think there is a possibility that Wesker in Resident Evil 5 was just a clone? I'd really hate it if they started going into the whole clone thing with Resident Evil 5. Seems to be the answer to bringing back enemies and everything. Is, oh, it was just a clone, so... Yeah, you never know when they are actually truly dead. Do I think Chris should get with Jill? Yes. Any phobias? I have acrophobia, which is an extreme fear of heights. Actually, it's not even extreme. It's a mild. I have a mild fear of heights. I just cliff jumped actually just a few hours ago, but I don't. It's the only one. It depends if it's okay. Fear of extreme heights. There you go. That's my fear. Tekken 7. Okay, Wolf Gaming, you need to start making complete sentences because I don't know what you're saying here. If you're asking if I own these games, then yes, of course I own Tekken 7. Okay, so my timer's going off, so the last question that's asked is the worst virus, alright? By Alpha Providence. So, have I seen Skyfall? Yes, I own it. I haven't seen Spectre, though. After I'm fully done with the Resident Evil franchise and done with all the extra content, etc., would I do another franchise? Not on this channel. No. Thoughts on Tetris? Classic game. One of the scariest things in this Resident Evil series is going down the stairs in Resident Evil 3 and then Nemesis jumps through the window. Yeah, that's a good jump scare right there. That's one thing I want to do one day is just a compilation of jump scares in the series. Rebecca or Claire, who's hotter? That is a good one. I don't find either of them, like, extremely hot, but they're both, like, gorgeous in a way. I think Claire beats Rebecca, to be honest. The worst virus? Probably the C virus. It's, like, instant. Umbrella Corps or Orc? When it comes to which one I hate more, it's definitely Umbrella Corps. Alright, people, so that's going to end the Q&A. No point in asking any more questions. Because, yeah, the timer went off, and I'm pretty much at the end of the line now. So, that's going to end the 12th Q&A, people. So, this is Shankster94, a.k.a. TheGamersHankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time in the 13th Q&A. And hopefully very soon, my first and only playthrough of Resident Evil Gaiden. If you haven't seen the prologue that I just uploaded today, I recommend that you check it out. I added something new to these prologues, if you haven't noticed. I created like a screen that has every single game that I will be playing. Believe it or not, I did put Umbrella Corps in there because I have a sinking feeling that by the time I actually get to Umbrella Corps, I'd be willing to play it. I just need a real long time before I am willing to play it. That's all I need. So, but anyway, check out the prologue if you haven't already. It's a pretty nice thing I added to it. Alright guys, see ya. Peace out.